I started just directing my attention and focusing my attention to things that's like more catered to what I was doing. Because I had Puffin Mike at the same time as I was throwing Culture Wave Showcase at Origami. And on top of doing my own music and my own shows and merch and working a job. So it was like a 24 hours a day, 7 days a week type thing in 2019.
Did that burn you out at all? Like, was it too much?
Nah, it actually kept me going in a sense. Because the pandemic we was like, in my opinion, I was on fire going into the pandemic. The pandemic actually slowed down a lot of things that I had going on because before going into the pandemic, we had performed 2019, Something in the Water thing had happened. I opened up for Method Man, Redman, The Scoop. I probably did every major stage that year.
That's the first Something in the Water.
Yeah, the first Something in the Water, 2019. So that takes off. That's like Front Page Virginia Pilot.
I seen also in 2019, I think it was, you performed at the Other Tone live taping.
That was Something in the Water.
Oh, that's the same thing. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So that was the Other Tone taping. That's Something in the Water.
My punchline smack, go get you some painkiller. Willow mixed with 50 whip your head. I ain't playing with you. I turn your wife into a widow is what I'm saying to you. I flow like an alcoholic, slick wrist so hot I make them bring back. Damn, son, you find this. I'm in and out the beat like I had each line hand stitched. I'm one of a kind because I crafted this for. Get what you heard, I'm Virginia's finest. I'm just here to get my bag like I ain't come to dining. But I'll stay to see who real or who fake. How long will the lies last when their life is at stake? Liar.
We come off of Something in the Water. We do the Scope twice. I think I do the Nova. Then I do the Amphitheater for Shag Fest with Meek Mill and what was that? Future, Meek Mill, and somebody else. Yeah, for Shag Fest that same year. And like I did every major stage that year, and then the pandemic hits. And then it kind of like closes everything. They some thieves. They be wilding.
I seen that say in Atlanta, like they say, I think, is it Atlanta where they say just leave your windows rolled down?
Yeah.
So they just don't break your windows because they're going to try to get in there anyway.
The crazy part is we had one song and we was like, we going down here like this is the only thing we have. We park in this nice neighborhood and we should have knew not to park there because the sign, remember it was a sign that said no, what did the sign say? It was like no driving slow, no cruising. So I was like, I ain't never seen a street sign.
How you supposed to drive now?
No cruising, right? But this is like a nice neighborhood. So I'm like, oh, maybe no cruising because they don't want people to think like they had security in the neighborhood. I really think security to this day set us up. Because they was right at the corner where we parked the car at. Then when we came back, the security act like she didn't see nothing. Nobody knew what was going on.
She on her phone.
I was hacked. Calvin was way more calm than I was, and it was his shit. They got stole. But they took they had a whole producer starter pack. Like they had the keyboard, the laptop, the hard drive. They had everything.
That's crazy. I know that boy. I don't know if you know who Baby Oil is. DJ Baby Oil.
Yeah, just recently.
He just got robbed, I think, in Richmond. They took like his laptop, his fucking DJ equipment, like all his shit.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. But yeah, Atlanta, just leave the door open, window down, and take everything out the car.
So were you living in Atlanta for 2 years? Or were you going back and forth?
I never lived in Atlanta. We were just going back and forth.
Okay. And
I don't know why we was there so frequent, to be honest with you, because I definitely worked a regular job. So I don't know how my rent got paid and I was never home.
So this is like 2016, 17, probably at a time, because people still say it now, but I feel like it's less like you have to leave Virginia to make it. I don't think that's really the case anymore, but it probably was more so in that time. How do you look at how do you look at right now just the possibility of blowing up from VA? I
never thought you had to leave to make it. I just think, understandably, it's harder to blow up or make it where you're from because so many people know you. You know what I'm saying?
That goes to no matter where you're from.
Yeah, it matter where you're from. I think when people move and go out of town, it's like a hometown type of situation going on. Like the stranger always gets the love because we don't know the stranger. We're not used to him. You know what I'm saying? So just being from a place, I just think it's harder. Like you went to high school, these people, middle school. Like I just met somebody at 7-Eleven I went to middle school with out here in Newport News. So and she from Norfolk side. You know what I'm saying? We were just in there laughing about that. So it's just people know you, so they don't. A lot of times, some people support you because they really rock with you, and then some people, in my opinion, they like you example of what I'm not. You know
or
it's
hard for them to see you as anything else than what you were.
Yeah,
but you're like
so
not that
you know
anymore.
what I'm saying? Like why would I support you? And in the beginning, when I first started off, like fresh out of high school, when I first, because I didn't really take music serious until about 2017. And so I got out of high school like 2011. So for those years, it's like you playing around. But once I started taking music seriously, it's people that listen to my music today, that come to events and things that I have. And I remember like inviting them to some of my first stuff, and they was like, hell no. You know what I'm saying?
People that you like went to high school with.
Yeah, and it's like I would invite them out, they'd be like, hell no. Or they would just like really try to like shit on what I was doing. But rapping wasn't cool in 2013. Like, I remember my senior year in high school talking about wanting to be an artist, and everybody else like, nigga, you gotta go to college. Like, they going to college for whatever they going for, and I'm like, nah, I just knew college wasn't for me, so there was no need for me to go. Like, I didn't like school when it was free. I wasn't gonna pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I'm gonna go find some money. Like, I'm gonna go work, I'm gonna go figure it out and find some money, and try to figure out what I wanna do. But I know that ain't it.
You touched on going to Atlanta for like 2 years. You're moving around out there. Even off the people off Facebook, like I find like I'm not competing, but like I'll be trying my hardest to like, you know, show the people I went to high school with that I'm serious about what I'm doing and I'm making progression. But it's like they just don't give a fuck. And then somebody would I'm competing with people that are like beating drug addictions and having babies and just making posts about that, and they're just like going up. I'm like, fuck, bro, I need to beat a drug addiction or something. Yeah, we all want to reach millions of people. We want to be worldwide, but I think we could do it in our city. Like I did an episode with Young Crazy, and he was telling me how if you're like a big rapper in Atlanta, you can make a living just by touring Atlanta. And I feel like we can create a circuit like that here. And you don't have to necessarily change the whole world. You can affect the people around you in your area. You know what I mean? And I think we can do that. I feel like, okay, so you also, don't you do like a backpack giveaway for schools?
Yep.
How did that start? How do you look at, just making an impact in your area?
It was basically the thought. So like, you know, we all, as just humans and people that like helping people, we think that we have to be this whatever level of person, like, oh, when I get this level, or
then I'm gonna help people.
Yeah, I'll be able to do all of these things. So it started, realizing that, you don't become the person that you want to be. You already are the person. You just got to start becoming physically the person that you're looking to be. Like, it's not a day that happens and you reach this threshold to be like, wow, now I'm this person, I can do all of this. No, you already the person. You don't change, just the things you're able to do change. So understanding that, it's just like, even if I start now and I give away 10 backpacks, then next year I give away 20.
That's 10 kids a day. Then
the next year I give away 30. And we've been fortunate because this is we're going into our fourth year. The first year I think we did 100, second year 150, third year 306 last year, and this year the target goal is like 350 plus. So.
And are you doing like it's like a drive where people can just donate these backpacks? And
yeah.
Have you been focusing on kids in Norfolk?
Yeah.
So far?
No disrespect to any other area, but my primary focus is just where I come from and helping the people where I come from. And that's the place I feel I owe something to. It's Norfolk. Norfolk makes me who I am now. It raised me. You know what I'm saying? So that's who I owe something to, is the city of Norfolk, you know? So when I do things that I try to do, like the turkey giveaways and the backpacks, it's really just to help people in my city. Because growing up, my mama we went to the churches to get food from the pantry. You know what I'm saying? So I remember all of that. And I know it's people out here struggling for real. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, help my mom or whatever the case may be with school supplies or getting a backpack or something. So
you saw how that made a change.
Yeah, it's just like, it's doing what you can if you really care. Like, if you actually care, then you'll do something.